talent, and ZONILINOX a bit more of an unknown quantity. We're looking at the team formations right here. There is certainly a bit of a contrast. Alex Alguacil on the right-hand side of your screen, both teams playing with Arsenal, excuse me, both players using the team Arsenal, but Alex using that 2 up top, almost a 4-1-2-1-2, I want to say, with just the one defensive midfielder in front of the back four. That's usually what we're used to seeing. But it's interesting to see neither of these guys go with the standard 4-3-3 that we're so used to seeing. They're actually mixing things up a bit and playing 2 up top.
Yeah, I think it's always good to have some sort of a DMF just in front of the back line, especially on PES. You can use that defensive attribute to keep that player back. I mean, we've seen balls over the top time and time again, balls through the middle time and time again. You need that defensive cover. We're going to see a lot of 4-3-3s throughout the course of this tournament. Of course, the INDOMINATOR tried the 3 at the back, and we saw it just didn't work. Maybe it was just the play style of USMAKABYLE, but today, you know, similar in style when it comes to the formation experience. You're obviously going to favour the Spaniard with the way he plays. I think the opening 20 minutes will be key for ZONILINOX here to see how he does, Harry.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the last game. We didn't see any goals in the first half, but then 5 in the second half. So not only as an important start for ZONILINOX, that's going to
be a handful, isn't it?
It's tricky to say, I'm not going to lie, but he has to make sure he finishes well. He has to almost play every different phase of the game perfectly to beat Alex Alguacil, because that is how good Alex is. He is one of the other players outside of USMAKABYLE and the likes of INDOMINATOR, who the studio touched upon at the top of the show to be one of the guys to beat and tipped to really qualify for the World Finals in the knockout stages. So it's a tough and a tall order for ZONILINOX to go up against here, but nothing's impossible. Like you said, yesterday we saw the 2 men of QDS come in and shock the world. It's certainly possible.
Yeah, definitely is. I just feel like, you know, this is ZONILINOX's his first major event, he did say. He's got to be nervous. I know myself, just taking a photo, I'm nervous sometimes. Yeah. So holding that controller in your hand and your hands are shaking all over the place, it could be too much for him. Whereas, of course, Alex has already been to World Finals. He's been here. He's done it. He's done it in the co-ops. You know, he is very, very good. And, of course, only 21 years of age.
Amazing.
Which is 9 years younger than me, surprisingly. So, yeah, it's going to be fascinating here, the opening match, to see how they play. Both playing as Arsenal again. Aubameyang will be a player to watch. And, yeah, I would say the opening 15-20 minutes here, if the inexperienced ZONILINOX can perform, maybe we'll see some sort of a close match. But if Alex gets going through the gears fast, we can have a lot of goals.
You got it. You got it first time. ZONILINOX.
That's
I'm
the
going to
one.
have to say it slowly whenever I say it. But I did actually cop for the Argentine with, or excuse me, the Australian, I suppose, with Argentine roots, I believe Rene said. He is on the attack using a different formation, so he is changing that formation up, whether he's in possession or out of possession. He is going for that standard 4-3-3 that we assume that most players like to use with the counter attack, with that almost straight line of a midfield 3 with an attacking central and defensive midfield situation.
Absolutely, and we've already seen here the fast tick attacker Alex Alguacil, of course, from right to left in the away strip, and ZONILINOX is left to right in the home strip. And I think the key for the inexperienced man is he has to play fast football. Tempo's got to be high. I saw he's playing the gegenpress as well, which was basically the same as USMAKABYLE. So maybe trying to follow suit there and watch that game and saw how it went. But we've got 7 minutes gone, and right now I think, you know, opening half or opening 20 minutes will be a little bit cagey. First matches are always like that. Once you get into a groove, though, then that's when you start to play. And we've got a nice bit of football down the left-hand side here, but being dispossessed. And we start again with Petr Cech.
Yeah, agreed. Early games, obviously, in tournaments and early minutes of football games are so important and often are cagey, because you need to figure out what your opponent's doing defensively, what's working and what isn't working for you in the attacking sense as well. So wouldn't be surprised to see a slow start here for both players.
Well, that's a lovely ball over the top, and there's your goal.
Eating my words.
There it is, Harry. It's taken, well, under 10 minutes, 10 minutes or so. That's literally the first attempt on goal. And there's the experience, isn't it, of playing that ball over the top. And who else but scoring Mr. Aubameyang again.
It's the dream start for the Spaniard. The man that we said before the game would be an important character, and it's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who is so, so important. Putting that nice left-footed, almost chip shot past Petr Cech. And just as I was saying, we might see a slow start, a cagey affair. It's the experience of Alex Alguacil that says, no, no, no. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring it to you straight away and get an early goal and make you come to me and make you create a lot of spaces at the back for me to exploit. Watch out for that from now on. Exactly. So XONILINOX is obviously going to have to attack Alguacil to try and get a goal back. Yeah,
that's going to settle the nerves, though, for the Spaniard here. After just 13 minutes, you score a goal. It's going to be interesting to see how XONILINOX can conjure something up now, maybe create some chances. He's got to play at high tempo, like I said. This could be a real chance for him, looking for the instant reply, but straight at Petr Cech there. But much better by him. Yeah, much of a bigger statement of intent from XONILINOX, even though he concedes early and concedes first. Still says, I deserve to be here. I am one of the players, one of the best in the region, and definitely want to show my mettle, and I'm not afraid of you. Of course, it won't be phasing him either way. He's deserved this right in the finals here of the regionals, and now has a chance down the right-hand side with Maitland-Niles if he lays this back. Oh dear, oh dear. An unlucky own goal. No celebration by him, and rightly so, out of respect. It wasn't what he had planned. That is very, very unfortunate, isn't it, for the inexperienced man? It was, and look at the replay here. Just about here, I was expecting a cross maybe, and maybe XONILINOX was expecting that as well. Maybe a chip to the back post. He had Alex Iwobi back there, obviously another tall player that you want to try and find. Instead takes an extra touch, plays it along the floor looking for a teammate, but instead finds an opponent. Still works out. It's Socrates, the man with the own goal. I'm not sure what he was doing there. He stuck a foot out, but it hit the wrong side of his foot. So 2-0 after 20 minutes. Is this going to be one of those games where we're going to see plenty of goals? Hopefully it'll be both ends of the field, though. Well, that's a nice little ball inside, looking for that strike. That's better. Have a chance, hit it, don't hesitate. We've got 2-0 now elsewhere in the other match. Ark Regueiro's taken a 2-0 cushion there. And now Alex has so far pretty much had 2 chances and 2 goals. This is how clinical he can be, although one was quite fortunate, but that's a tidy header back to Cech. You can see him now switching up his formation on the fly. Obviously not happy within the first 25 minutes. XONILINOX with how his intended formations played. Nice to see a plan B. Obviously has had a half chance here and there, had a few good passing plays, but is struggling to really break down the passing play of Alex Alguacil in the middle third of the pitch, and that's allowing so much room and runners to get in behind, as you're seeing right here. It is, yeah, and here comes the tiki-taka type Arsenal-esque football, ball over the top. Aubameyang tried to lay it back, but didn't happen. And for those that have not really used to PES, you'll see the player name bars, of course, on the bottom right and left of your screen. Those little bars will be going up and down throughout the course of this match as they make tactical changes. This could be a chance, and it's a goal! Brilliant! What a reply to come back and make it 2-1. Well, that just goes to show you that even if you aren't used to the big events, you can still perform. And it's a tremendous reply, and the goal that he needed really before half-time as well to just turn the odds back in his favour. XONILINOX gives himself a fighting chance. I was about to say, before this goal went in, you need a goal before Alex gets a third if you don't want him to run away with this one. The defender can't quite get there, and XONILINOX is right back in the game. Yeah, it was a great finish, a lovely ball as well, straight through the middle. Maybe Alex defensively there will be a little bit disappointed that he wasn't able to prevent the chance, but we've still got 12 minutes now till half-time. 2-1 to the Spaniard, and we'll see now what he has up his sleeve to try and maybe grab a third. Really does want to get that third goal. 2-1 is a very, very difficult, well, sort of score line to hold, as now XONILINOX continues to work this forward. He's playing better, getting a little bit more confident as this game goes on. Tried to play it through the middle, but he has won himself a free kick here in a very promising position. We don't often see too many of these fly in. Of course, that's because of the stat balancing, and players have been nerfed here, there and everywhere just to equal everything out. Ball over the top. Medley just gets a header away, and Danny Welbeck now looks to clear it forward. But once again, Harry, Alex is now struggling to get possession. Yeah, and the difference maker at the moment was that change in formation
on the fly from Zonilinox has certainly had more joy attacking, but this is where Alex is really dangerous. When he gets that out ball and gets space in front of the back four, this is where he can really work the quick one-time passing.
Yep, and here's another chance though, because he's worked this brilliantly well, and just like that, the tables have turned again, and it's now a 2-goal cushion, 3-1. He's just so good, Harry, isn't he, in that final third, the way he just suddenly steps it up a gear, quick football, back of the net.
Yeah, just watch here in the replay, as soon as we get it, the space in front of the back four was, I mean, it honestly left Zonilinox really bare. I mean, 1, 2, 3 passes in a row, no players around them, and that allowed the run in behind, just as we were talking about it. Wide open for Alex Alguacil, restores his 2-goal cushion, and I believe that's before half-time as well. So just as we thought Zonilinox might have got away with just the 1-goal disadvantage, that's been doubled now and has some things to think about.
Yep, we have 4 goals in this opening half. We had 5 in the second half in the last game, so the goals are aplenty, and we only have a couple of minutes to spare now. It's important that Zonilinox does not concede a 4th here. He's got to try and mark, because at the moment the space is opening up for him. Iwobi, this could be number 4, but it's hit the upright, and it's come back again, and there is your 4th. Oh, that's disappointment. You can see the frustration for him. But Alex actually is looking down. I'm sure he's delighted with the way things are going for him. But yeah, number 4, right before the break. Is that going to be enough now, you feel, Harry?
Potentially. I mean, the plus side for Zonilinox is he has an entire half of football yet to play. I suppose that's a plus side or a downside, depending on how you back yourself here. This was another fantastic goal. The problem right now for Zonilinox, not only did he get very unfortunate with the ball bouncing back off the post and then off one of his own players right into the path of Aubameyang, I believe it was, who stuck it in the end. But also the fact he's not pressuring Alex in midfield. You almost want to see that gegenpress put into play and close down that space much quicker. He's affording way too much space to the Spaniard in front of the back four, and that's going to allow him, as we've said before, quick passing, quick build-up and quick goals. Yep,
and there is your half-time whistle literally on the stroke. You can see there 3 attempts to 4, so chances-wise and possession are absolutely dead even at 50% apiece, but Alex has been so clinical, and he's also had a little bit of fortune there. That was unlucky. It did come off the defender's back, but you have to make the chances to score the goals, of course, and now we're off straight away. Alex is now attacking left to right, and Zonilinox is from your right to left, and he doesn't want to go ahead and concede a 5th, especially this early on in the second half. And like you said, Harry, you feel like he does need to just try and close down the middle of the park a little bit more, because he's just getting too much space.
I mean, look at this right now. Look at where Iwobi is. No one around him, finally being closed down, but just can't think of a better player that embodies, I should say, the Barcelona style of play, and it's the Barca man to stick it in the back of the net for number 5.
That's brilliant, isn't it? This is a statement in itself. 5 goals now, 4 for Aubameyang. He's been just sensational, but the way he just steps it up every time, changes gear, then he plays the quick football. Look at the ball here, just straight across. No one picking him up, all the freedom, all the space, and a simple finish for his standards. And now Zonilinox, does he just defend? Does he try not to concede more goals here? Because obviously he doesn't want to have such a goal difference that it's going to effectively kill off his chances.
Well, that's it, isn't it? It's the game now. Do you sit back and try and defend the quick tempo of Alex Alguacil, or do you go for goals yourself? You've seen him just there in the bottom right of your screen, if you were paying attention, swapping up formations again. Obviously not happy with how things were going defensively in that formation, but every time Alex gets the ball, it looks like he's going to create a chance, and just as I say that, he gives the ball away, but does just play fluid football. One touch, he knows exactly where the ball's going next and does not mess around.
No, there's plenty of movement, isn't there? And once again, that ball over the top, it's been a killer in this match. Good defensive play, though. I think Zonilinox, he's just got to get it out at this stage. Don't mess around with it. You know, if in doubt, get it out. And just, you don't want to concede more goals. He's already conceded 5 here after 57 minutes, but he's playing such an opponent that you can't really practice against someone like this, because there just isn't many in the world to play against. They're so effective at what they do. And here we go again. Danny Welbeck looking for that quick turn. Maitland-Niles will pick it up. He's got a few players in there. Iwobi Aubameyang, Iwobi, and it's just over the bar.
Did the goalie get a touch here? I'm not sure if he did, but still, more warning signs. Has to be careful here. He doesn't concede another one. No touch from Petr Cech, so just the goal kick, but this is another statement of intent, so to speak, from Alex Alguacil. We saw in the first game, USMAKABYLE, a player that we tout for the crown here in Porto. Alex wants to make sure his name's in that conversation here as well. Winning by a big margin, obviously not keeping the clean sheet isn't ideal, but as long as you keep scoring goals, you show your opponents elsewhere in the competition that may be looking on, saying to yourself that, hey, I can score goals, boys, watch out for me.
Absolutely, yeah, I was actually impressed the fact that it did go to 2-1 at one point, and XONILINOX had a bit of a spell, but ever since then it's just been Alex, and oh, that was a chance, but it didn't quite fall to the right man. The pressure mounts yet again. Ball over the top, Mkhitaryan, and it's going to roll in for number 6. Well, they're going to have plenty of talking points in the studio after this one with the amount of goals that Aubameyang has scored, 5 of them today. Another one, he gets 2 match balls. So, yeah, what a performance he's had. Yeah, it's a tough one. I've just been very impressed with Alex overall, the way that he's just come back from 2-1 and he's scored 4 more goals.
You know what, Ricky, this is the pick of the bunch for me. Right there, you think any other player might just snap at it, say, the chance is gone, but not Alex. He recycles possession, recycles the attack, doesn't panic, finds the man making the run. That ball is absolutely top level, and
that touch.
It's an easy finish from there, isn't it?
Yeah, brilliant goal. 6 goals now to 1, and this is a huge statement for Alex. Of course, it is the 2 finalists who get to the final today that go through to the World Finals, not just the 1, but there's still a lot of games to play. This is only the first match for either of these 2, and we still have 25 minutes left. 7 goals, but 6 of those for Alex. Now is a chance for Gilmour, who's come on. Aubameyang to Mkhitaryan. He's looking for number 7. The foot is just unbelievable to watch, isn't it? It's almost Etorito-esque, the way he plays it so fast. It's just such a high tempo about him. Everyone is in sync. Let's look at this, just playing it left to right. What can you do against this, Harry?
It's quick tempo, isn't it? Elsewhere, HENKDENHAAG has clawed one back after being 3 down, and he's going to be trying to get 2 more against his opponent, but a chance here now for XONILINOX to get one back.
But once again, the covering was just too good. I think using Arsenal was just such a key team in this tournament, as we've seen. That's why they're such a popular side. Aubameyang up there, he's so physically strong, very good on the ball, good touch, the finishing. And yeah, what more can you say with 17 minutes left? I think XONILINOX right now has just got to try not to concede, try and get his head back, play those balls over the top. Maybe go a little bit more route 1, Harry, as opposed to playing, you know, so much tick-attacker type.
Yeah, worth remembering, still a lot of games to be played in his group, and not expected to win this game against such a storied and accoladed opponent. Not sure if that's a word, just made it up. But maybe start to experiment here, like we said with INDOMINATOR, after we knew the game was out of his hands in the previous game. Maybe start to experiment some things later on in the tournament. Elsewhere, Ant Gregero 4-2 now in the lead, so a good start from him as the ball runs out of play.
Yeah, we're seeing plenty of goals, lots of goals in all these matches, which is always good to see. But, you know, Alex will want to keep scoring here, because goal difference can become very, very vital in the final stage of these group stages. So he's not going to want to take his foot off the gas just yet. Yes, he has technically applied for a +5 goal difference, but still, there's 12 minutes, and there's still more chances, I'm sure, as Aubameyang has a little bit of space, lays it inside to find Mkhitaryan. Back towards him again. Fizzes it through the middle. Oh, and Katie's done really well. Can he lay this square? Is the header on? No, great covering, though, defensively. Just about nipped it away from him, as he's going to make a change of who's going to be taking this set piece. Mkhitaryan delivers it in. Back post, flicked on, and that's out for a throw.
I mean, we talk so much, Ricky, about how Alex has tremendous build-up play. He could also play direct just then to force that corner. I'll actually come back to my point as there's a chance to get it in there. Just 4 passes before he took his shot then. Very direct from the halfway line all the way into XONILINOX's box. It's impressive how he can mix up his play.
It is, but here's a chance for L-XONILINOX now. He's trying to conjure up something, but defending was too good. We're into the final 5 minutes. Here comes Gilmour now. Katia back towards him. Once again, here we go with the fast football. He's got so many players forward. That's what makes it so hard. But the game's certainly slowed down now, Harry, at this point in time. I think they're both, well, maybe ready for the next match.
Yeah, both players now know, and it's honestly been a foregone conclusion for quite some time here in this second half that this result is finalised. Just a few minutes left in this game, and it's a dream start really for Alex Alguacil, and we wondered whether or not he might come out slow, maybe have a little bit of rust on him. Absolutely not.
No, absolutely not.
A tremendous start to the tournament.
It has been. We're into the final minute here. Referee, I'm sure, is not going to play too much stoppage, just a 1 minute. 4-2 elsewhere with Ant Guerrero doing well, scoring 4 goals in that one. And that is